Hey everybody, and welcome to I Got This with Lex and MGP. I am Lex and I've been a personal trainer over the last 5 years. Martha has been my client for 3 years, and over that time she has lost over 50 pounds and changed her entire perspective on life. Join us each week as we dive into health, mindset, and everything in between. Hey everybody, and welcome back to I Got This pod. Today we are talking about dieting versus life changes. Martha, what diets have you tried in the past?
Oh, in the past? Oh, let's see. South Beach, The Zone, probably low carb, never keto.
I had quite a few clients that came to me and said they were on keto.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. Have you heard of the raw food diet?
Yeah.
That one scares me.
Yeah.
Raw food, that sounds horrible.
Kind of like a paleo. You actually had me do a Whole30. I guess technically that's a diet.
Yeah, that's a diet. Yeah, it's an elimination diet.
I remember growing up. That was always like moms, right?
What?
Weight Watchers.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the moms.
I
Like in
still
the 80s.
have a lot of clients on Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
A ton.
Yeah, I have friends that have done Weight Watchers too, or WW or whatever they call it now. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
WW, is that
yeah,
what
I
they call
think
it?
that's what they call
So
it now.
funny. Oh,
Now that Oprah owns it.
I heard about a new diet, the egg diet. I have somebody that started with me. The egg diet. Let's see. What can you? Here's.
Is that a crash diet?
like it's.
You're not just
literally-
eating eggs forever, are you? I mean, I like an egg, but
I'm so curious. Actually, it is. In some variations of the diet, a person will eat only eggs. So apparently, yes. Oh wow, that's wild.
I mean, at least it's eggs and not something, but still.
Yeah. No, okay. So one thing that I want to talk about, being a personal trainer, the first thing I want to say is everybody's body is different. How many times have I said that?
Infinity.
Infinity. Yes. Everybody's body's different. I have a friend who does keto continuously, and she lost weight and she actually feels amazing. She feels strong. She feels powerful. I also have actually quite a few people who did do keto. Some people do it incorrectly, and they say, oh, I can eat fat, so they eat butter.
Right. Yeah, I have a friend that did keto, and she literally ate like bacon and cheese.
Yes. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, bacon and cheese.
That sounds great. I can do that. And then people have gone into ketosis. I have had people, but that's the thing. So certain things work for everybody. Intermittent fasting. Do you know what that is?
I do. In fact, I asked you about it at one point early on, and you're like, well, I won't say what you told me about it, but but you're like, don't do that.
Yeah, but I actually, okay, gosh, I don't want to name statistics, but it works more it works more for men than it does for women.
I've heard that too.
And I actually asked the client to start doing it to an extent, like a variation of it, and he's lost weight the best he ever has. He's doing it properly. He's not changing up his diet a ton. He's just eating within certain windows, and he's doing really well with it. But whenever I put women, like every woman that has come to me having done it, drill into them. Your friend did it and they saw great results. That does not mean that it will work for you.
Unless you're identical twins with the same makeup, basically.
Exactly. Same genetic code, the same lifestyle. There's no guarantees. Yeah. But you do have to try certain things.
Oh, yeah. It's been a total guess and check for me.
For you, it's
figure it out.
Counting and tracking your macros, which I would not recommend for all of my clients, but for some, for sure, right?
And it's hard, too, at first.
Yeah.
So I think there's a big learning curve to it.
Yeah.
And even figuring that out, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think you took at least 3 months to be like, okay, this is how much this is, kind of weighing your food and making sure it's all accurate.
Yeah, because you eyeball it at first and you realize that's not even correct.
You can't eyeball
no,
it.
you have to weigh. And,
Exactly.
and now it's easy to do for the most part. It's a little tricky if you go out to eat because you're not 100. You have to kind of guess.
Which is
there.
fine. There's
But
always going to be a little leeway there.
And I know that.
I think, so there are coaches who are very strict with one way of coaching their clients that see amazing results. And there are coaches that are intuitive to what certain clients need. That's more me. We're going to try one thing. If that doesn't work, let's try something else. If that doesn't work, let's try something else. You know what I really disagree with? I think it's absolute crap. And I am ready. For those fighters. Come out to say with me, I had an argument with my client recently. He's a male in his 30s. He sees results. He says, more calories out, less calories in equals results. Calorie deficit.
Yeah.
That's not true. And you know who it's the least true for? Women post-pregnancy, post-babies.
Oh, you have to eat a ton after you've had a baby.
Yes.
Well, especially if you're nursing.
But aren't you up in calories right now? Our calorie count for your macros.
Well, I didn't just have a baby.
No, I'm sorry. Not just having a baby. Let me clarify. Being a mother, like women after having children for the rest of their life, your hormones are not the same. Your body is just not the same as it once was. Your whole body has completely changed. And guess what? Calorie deficit is not always the solution. And we have learned that.
We have. I mean, honestly, we were eating, me.
Yeah.
I was eating about 1,700 to 1,800 calories.
Yeah.
And recently you had me bump up a couple months ago to like 2,100 to 2,200.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's like 500
Big
more
difference.
calories.
Yep.
I mean, that's a meal.
Exactly.
And guess what? I really haven't gained weight.
Exactly. It's crazy.
I mean, I haven't lost weight in this time, but I haven't gained weight either. And I can tell that I'm putting on muscle.
You're putting on muscle. You're looking toned. You're looking great. We're going to take your pictures. Pictures are the most important thing. But I have such another qualm. I've been saying that word a lot with people who say calorie deficit is always the solution. Guess what? It is not always the solution, especially with certain women. I'm going to say, honestly, it's not fair, but most men will see a result that way. Most men will.
They have a higher body muscle. I mean, their body fat percentage is lower, so their muscle, right?
Well,
is that part of it?
Yeah, and their metabolism is just naturally, like their hormone levels are so different than ours.
Oh, yeah. We used to joke, my husband could just like stop putting cream in his coffee and lose weight.
Yeah.
And I would have to like eat 1,200 calories.
Exactly.
I mean, that obviously didn't work for either of us, but I mean, that was kind of the joke though.
Yeah, men will shed it so much quicker most of the time. Again, everybody's body is different. So I just want to give credit to all those women out there. I have had so many women who have been 10 times healthier, worked out 10 times harder, put in the right amount of food in their body and still not lost a single inch. Even tracked their macros to a T, still not lost a single inch. And guess what? It could be hormones. It could be so many different things. And that's not fair. So
no, it's frustrating too.
It's frustrating. It hurts your heart. You're like, what the heck could I possibly be doing
and that's
different?
why sometimes we just want to throw the towel in.
Exactly.
I mean, how many times, not recently, but maybe a year or two ago, had I come to you and said, I don't get it. Why am I plateauing? Why am I holding still? I am like so much stricter about my food. I am so much stricter about hitting my workouts, and not to compare it to my husband, but that was the thing. And he's like, it's good enough. And he's still like losing weight.
Exactly.
And I'm like, come on.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's just a change in our body. And I'm not trying to get into anything political right now, but guess what? Men and women's bodies, they are not the same. They do function differently. And I'm ready for the fighters on that one too. I'm sorry, but like genetic makeup is different. You're going to lose fat differently. You're going to have muscle differently. If we want to get really political, we could talk. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but
well, no, even hormones or body fat percentage or whatever.
All of that is different. Muscle mass, your gain is quicker. You're just stronger as a man. So, like it's just things like that you have to remember. So, going back to dieting and healthy lifestyle and finding what works for you, you cannot compare yourself to the person next to you.
Right.
And you can't say because something worked for them, it should work for me. You have to do trial and error.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know what? The biggest thing that people ask me all the time what I eat, and I just crack up in my mind. I'm like, that you can't even ask because number one, I'm a personal trainer. I'm on my feet for 10 to 12 hours a day, just moving.
A lot of times you eat whatever snacks I bring you.
Yes. Whatever somebody's bringing me. Like, yes, thank you. On top of that, sometimes I'm getting 2 workouts in from teaching like virtual classes. On top of that, I get my own lifts in. On top of that, I'm just physical all day long. So like I need to be eating a lot more. So then when people ask me what I eat, I'm like, oh, you do not want to know. I eat way more than you and I inhale it. But it's funny because I have to say, oh, I actually eat out a lot. I eat a lot. And I have to like say it again and again, but that what I eat does not apply to what you should be eating.
Well, and I even get accused of that oh, you must be starving yourself, or, those kind of comments are made.
Right.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm eating like well over 2,000 calories a day.
Exactly.
They're like, that's not, people don't believe me.
Exactly.
They think I'm full of it. And I said, I'm trying to do it from healthy choice, make healthy choices when I'm doing it. I'm not just eating like a Big Mac, but
yeah,
and I'm trying to prioritize protein as
Exactly.
well, but not to the point where it's a high protein diet by any means. I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah.
And yeah, no one believes me.
It's so funny. It's so interesting. And, the other thing is we all have to, I'm just going to bring this back is, remember, we're not nutritionists. I am not a nutritionist. Even as a personal trainer, you cannot give somebody a nutrition plan.
Right.
All I do is help people guide their thoughts as to make them more intentional. It's like, does this food make you feel good or does it make you feel bad? Does what this put in your body, does it feel like it's fueling your health or is it fueling your sickness? Does it feel like it's fueling your soul or are you just eating it because you think it's going to make you feel better?
Right.
So that's 90% of what I do in terms of nutritional counseling, and it works the majority of the time. And then as we get deeper into it, then I think, so I've done Whole30 twice. And I saw amazing results in terms of inflammation and like certain foods that my body can and cannot handle. I do horribly with sugar, and I recommended that to you to do the same thing. Guess what? Exactly. You saw like no change.
Nope.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing really changed.
I found a couple cool recipes, whatever, but as I reintroduced everything,
Yeah.
I thought, well, maybe I have a problem with dairy and I don't know it.
Nope, you're fine.
I'm fine. I don't eat a lot of sugar anyway.
Yeah.
I've done plenty of stints without alcohol.
Yeah.
So
It's so funny. Like, I had all these awakenings, and you were like, nothing different, really, which is so interesting.
no.
Yeah. So, again, that's something, like I said, try it if you want to try it.
So I guess I can eat anything.
Yeah. Look at you. You said, lucky you. So, now we're going to move into, there are all these diets or whatever, but the thing is, it's choosing to make healthier decisions every single day. And every single time you put things in your mouth, kind of deciding, is this for my health? Is this because I want it to fuel my soul? Because I'm down for a good, I eat pizza a lot because it makes me feel good. It's good for my soul, whatever.
Yeah. I have those couple, you always joke about the once a year items that I always have.
Yeah.
Like I always have carrot cake on my birthday.
Exactly. You get, what do you get when you go get your daughter from school? What is that?
Oh, the cannolis?
Yes, yes.
Because there's a bakery right by where she lives.
Yeah, and you're like craving those things. And hey, guess what? You deserve it. Like those things should not make you feel bad.
And we're not eating them every day. We fit them in, whatever, and done.
Yeah. It's when you wake up and you go out to breakfast, are you going to have like the protein and fruit, like eggs and fruit or something like that, something that you know is a better decision? Or are you going to get the French toast every single time?
Right.
Because you want it. Again, it goes back to discipline. Again, it goes back to quality over quantity. Again, it goes back to just because you can does not mean that you should.
Yeah. No,
All
I
of
agree.
those things go back to nutrition.
Well, and I think about it, you kind of kicked it off with diet versus lifestyle changes. And for me, a diet means there's a start and a finish. Lifestyle changes are just changes.
Yeah. You're changing your gosh darn life.
There's not a start and a finish.
Exactly.
And anytime we did any of those diets you had talked about in the beginning, like, for example, the South Beach diet, there's like a 2-week intro period you had to do, and then there was another 6-week maybe. I don't remember exactly because it was a long time ago. But there was definitely timelines on those. And so then what do you do at the end? Even if, let's say, you do lose weight,
yeah.
then all of a sudden you just go back to eating like you were.
Yeah.
Then the weight comes back.
Exactly. You haven't really changed anything at all.
And that's why all the yo-yoing happens for people.
Exactly. So when I challenge when my clients start, I challenge to either cut something out or add something, right? Or even just to plan that week. And the goal is not just for a month to do it. The goal is for you to continue that for the rest of forever.
Right.
And then if you feel like, oh, I'm going to adjust here or there, that's not a bad thing. Adjust here or there. It's always about making your healthy decisions. If you want to make one mouth path decision and like have a guy like French toast, have your French toast. And
My daughter must have told you that I'm the world's best French toast maker because you keep breaking up French toast.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Well, one day. Anyway.
I'll be ready. I do like it. Or crepes. Oh, crepes. Can you make crepes?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I probably could. I just haven't.
I'm going to make some crepes.
Why are you like putting all these bad food?
I don't know.
Just because you can.
Does not mean that you should. But anyway, sorry. I'm like, French toast. What about craves.
Oh, but mine are stuffed with like sauteed bananas. They're delicious. Anyway.
I do that too. Yum, yum, yum. Anyways, going back to that. But it's about going off path and then going directly back on path.
And that was the problem for me, I will admit. If I did, let's say, I don't know, blew it on a Friday night or went off path on a Friday night, I might be like, well, the weekend's blown. I'll start again on Monday. So I would just let it, I wouldn't even, fall off the wagon. I mean, the wheels would be off the wagon.
For 3 days.
For 3 days.
And then and then you fall off again on Thursday or Friday and you do it again. And that's the problem.
So you're super good Monday through Thursday, but then,
it's not going to get you healthy results for the long term.
So now it's a lot different. So let's say I do go out on a Friday night and we do maybe have a little bit too much to eat, or I happen to have drinks that night, or whatever it is. Saturday morning, I'm right back on track.
Yes.
So it's fine.
You're going off path for one meal or half a day or whatever, but then the next day the wheels are back on and you're rolling. It's not looking at that meal as a loss either.
Right.
It's not. It's like think about a path. From one side of the trail to the other side of the trail. Just when you have a bad meal, it doesn't mean that you went 20 feet off path and now you have to climb your way through the shrub to get back. No, you just went around a tree and now you're back on path.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
all.
Yeah, it's being able to stay in control of what your goals are.
Exactly.
And you can't be 100%. That's ridiculous.
That's not human. It's not human.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not enjoying life.
But you have to figure out ways to be able to do that.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not a big sweet eater. I know that you like sugar a little bit more than I do.
I do.
But I do love ice cream. That is my one Achilles.
See, that's too funny. I like ice cream, but I'm not I need it.
I don't need it. Nobody needs it.
It's so funny. We're talking about dieting and healthy decisions, and I'm over here bringing up crepes and French toast. You're talking about ice cream. But
if it was in the house, like if we went and bought a half gallon or something, it would be calling to me.
Exactly.
Come eat me. I'm delicious.
That's the other thing.
So now if I want ice cream, we go out for ice cream.
Yes.
There's a really good dairy up the road that makes homemade ice cream, and you get a cone with a scoop or two.
Yes. You can't keep it in the house.
No.
Keep it in the house. It's going to be gone.
It's kind of like that Lay's commercial. You can't just eat one.
No, it's true. And that's a hard thing too. You buy it for your family members. Like you buy it for your children. Your husband brings it home, whatever. Or your wife brings it home or whatever. Or your significant other says, oh, do you want this for dinner? You say no, and then they go get it anyways.
Right.
If it's there, you're going to eat it. And that's really, really tricky. It's saying no to those things, and
it's hard when they're in the house. You have to, be able to figure that out. I think we joked earlier in an earlier episode how my kids will come home now and they'll be like, there are no Cheez-Its in this house.
Exactly.
We've had Cheez-Its in this house for 20 years.
And you're like, no, nope, we don't do that anymore. Exactly. I very rarely have sweets in my house ever. And it's so bad because I crave them. And I say to my boyfriend, I'm like, we have to go out and get ice cream, or a chocolate bar right now. It's 10 at night. He's like, really? I'm like, no, seriously, we have to go out and get that right now. And I kind of feel bad about it, but I also if I keep it there, it'll be gone anyway. So we'll have to do it again.
Exactly. Well, wait someday when you're expecting, you'll see. Those cravings are unbelievable.
Oh God, we got a few years. Anyways.
No, I'm just saying. That's when it really talks to you. And you I will kill someone until I get some mac and cheese.
Oh God. Going back to this, we'll talk more about it. I think this is kind of a nice intro episode on diets versus a healthy lifestyle. Again, I'm not a nutritionist. Again, everybody's body is different, and I can't recommend a meal plan to anybody.
Oh, absolutely. You don't even tell me what to eat.
No.
You'll just say stuff like, did you really need that?
Food shame you? Good friend always food shames you. No, I'm just kidding. In a healthy way. Yes. I'm kidding. But if you guys feel like you need a little bit more help or you want a little bit more guidance, please, I recommend not just seeing a trainer, see a nutritionist or a dietitian.
Oh, yeah. I have friends that have done that too, especially if you have some health issues
that's a big one.
Might be tied to it, Yeah.
Yeah.
I have friends with blood pressure issues, heart issues, whatever. You definitely need to get that in check.
Exactly.
You have to think of food as a medicine.
Food, I believe, is the highest form of self-care. Food is the highest form of self-care.
And you know what? When you eat better, you feel better.
It's true.
It is true.
I'll say this too. Food and nutrition, what you put in your body affects how you think, how you feel, how you act. It's literally what you're putting inside of you is going to affect what you put out into this world.
So we must be putting awesome food in us.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Give us 5-star ratings wherever you listen to podcasts, and we will see you all.
Now we're on YouTube as well.
Heck yeah, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, all the places.
Yep. Thank you all for listening.
I got this.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed what you heard, please go to wherever you listen to podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at I Got This Pod. See you next week. And remember, I got this.